Shame. I mean, you all may not be familiar with shame. I remember sometimes when you look in your pocket and you don't see nothing but dust in your pocket, and somebody has that answer to your prayer, and you are too proud and too ashamed to ask for somebody who has that which you need. Still talking about shame. I mean, you'd rather walk, and when you know you don't have any bus fare, and somebody's right there with a car that can drive you home, but shame causes you to not ask for help. Still talking about the destructive power of shame. Shame will keep you from your next level. If you always deal with shame, shame will keep you in the primary grades of life. It's hard to address and be promoted to the next area of life if you won't address the areas in your life where shame has manifested itself. The shame often shows our shortcomings. But a lot of times, shame has just hit us in our pride. And pride going before destruction. Pride pride and shame are first cousins. There's so many times where shame hasn't just leveled a death punch to you, but shame has hit you right in your pride. When the Bible says, actually saying to you, it says, you have not because you ask not. And when the answer to that which you seek is sitting 2 inches away from you, but shame and pride won't allow you to ask for it. You're scared that I'm not here. And what pride and shame comes to say is that I'm already at a place where God has even brought you to. God has a process that so many of us are going through. We're going through the refining process of God. And shame causes you to be ashamed of the position where God has you in. See, what you don't know is that the other side of this furnace, the other side of this affliction, the other side of this going through is a tremendous blessing, but you're not facing it because shame keeps you focusing on the problem and never on the solution. And I still know I got a devil by the tail. Still talking about the destructive power of shame. Shame causes you to not be real. You know what people like? I don't care how friendly you are. People want people that are solid. They look for people that are real. But shame causes so many of us to put on our face. Shame causes us to talk proper when you know you're from the hood. Shame causes us to front things that we're not. But all because of shame. And shame protects our pride. And pride gets us into the bad place. Couple more words and I'm sitting down. 1 Peter 4, verse 16 said, yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed. That some of these bad positions you're in because you're following the way of Christ. God's telling you that you're not supposed to be ashamed that you're going through. The Bible says in Psalm 34:19, many are the afflictions of the righteous, but the Lord delivered him out of them all. So when God is at work delivering you from many of the things that you're personally ashamed of. Still talking about deliverance from shame. John 4:24, and I'll close right here. It said that God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. The end of that says, and in truth. And we can never worship God in truth if we are victims to shame. Shame hits, that word truth, and in truth in the original Greek means to a robust or an authentic praise. But shame makes us become other people, so we're never worshiping God in the spirit of spirit and truth. We don't worship God in the real. We don't worship God in the realness because of shame. Shame causes us to live at the address of a prior sin, of a prior incident, a prior accident, or a prior weakness for far too long. God is calling a moving van to move you from the place of shame. God's telling you to pack up your things, to put your stuff in hold. That God has told you to call the transport van, that you're ready to move. That God is moving you out of a place of shame. And basically, so many of us are saying that, Lord, deliver me from shame. Shame has us, so many of us stuck in awful places that no matter where you are in life right now, where you're fighting some type of battle, whether you're fighting a battle in your body, a battle in your finances, that you're not where God's going to take you to be, but don't be a victim of shame. God came to take away shame. God came to snatch the keys out of shame's hand. That God never endeavored for you to live a life of shame. Now, and I'm telling you that we don't have to live with the falsehoods of shame. And I told you, again, what I said in one of the opening statements, and I sit down, it said that shame can be a form of pride. If pride goes before destruction, then shame is a destructive emotion. Shame is a form of pride in that you are too proud for others to see that you still have struggles. You got struggles. No matter whether you put them on, you put some outer veneer on your struggles, that each one of us has gone through so much. I know that there are couples everywhere that are longing to be like that couple who looks so happy on Facebook that has the 2.5 kids and 3.5 cars in their driveway, but they are still dealing with struggles. That we live in this age of branding. We live in this age of covering up and putting on the best of our outer veneer. But sometimes we are a victim to shame. I hear the old man from the street that says, just be who you are. That God created who you are. That God created you in his image and after his likeness. That God breathed into you the breath of life. That God intended for you to be just who you are. Still right? Almost through. And it's a shame. Shame causes us to make like there are no chinks in our armor. The Bible says that his strength is made perfect in weakness. And one part of that is admitting that you have a weakness. Shame makes you cover up that you're weak in a particular area of your life. So that means that you are becoming your own God. You are becoming your own deliverance. That you are becoming that which delivers yourself. And shame, we all have chinks and kinks and bad portions of our armor. But all these things are called by shame. And a couple more things to sit down. We all have them. We have chinks in our armor, that we have struggles. And process is working on so many of us. But shame will make you ashamed of the process where God's going to take you from a has-been into becoming like pure gold. Where God's going to cause all things work together for your good. Shame keeps you away from the process to get you to the place where God would have you to be. And I'm talking about the destructive power of shame. I want to just tell whoever may be battling with shame, just think in your mind right now that God came to deliver you from shame. Close your eyes and just think that God came to deliver you from the shame. The shame maybe could have been a child out of wedlock. The shame could have been an affair that was not ordained by God. The shame could come from something that happened in the wee years of your youth. All of us have things that we're not proud of. But shame will cast a pall. Shame will dress you up in a coffin of death even before your days are over. But God has came to deliver us from shame. That God has, I'm saying that I'm submitting to you, child of God, that God has come to wipe the shame off your person. The same God that can wash your sin white as snow, that can wipe every tear from your eye, can put the hands on you and deliver you from the hands of shame. Shame, you will no more have power over our lives. Shame, you will not take us to the fringes of life. Shame, I'm going to let God, sometimes shame, God sends exposure to you for you to be healed. But shame will keep you from that exposure and make you abandon healing. If there are areas of your life that are out of whack, God will send nothing that is hidden shall not be revealed. That God will show you areas of your life where he needs to work on. But shame will make you cover those images up or run to a closet to keep them out. But I'm telling you right now that this is the last day that you will be a victim of shame. That God came to deliver you from shame. And say it with me right now that I'm an overcomer. I'm an overcomer of shame. That shame no longer will know my first and last name. That shame won't always know my PIN number. That shame won't always have my address. And today I have overcome shame. Shame can be destructive, but God delivered you from the destructive power of shame. God bless you.